Welcome back to a Rumple video. This is a tune video. My newest addition to my arena team, Thrawn. Thought I'd show you how I got him set up, how I'm using him. He's been on most every team I'm using. If I'm using a Tarkin lead, he's on the team. If I'm using a Maul lead, Zal lead, he's on the team. If I'm using Pal Fornihi lead, he's on the team. And I've got a video of the 4 leaders I've been using and what teams I battle with those leaders. In my shard, I'm floating around in the top 30 now. And there's many different teams now out there. So I'm actually using 4 different leaders. You can check that video out. Anyways, how do I have him set up? Well, okay, he's unique. Thrawn has a 100% counter chance. This is why you want it Zetaed. 100% tenacity and minus 50 speed while any enemies are fractured. That way he slows down and the fracture stays longer. Whenever another Empire ally uses a special ability while Thrawn is active, that ally gains 50% turn meter. And if any enemies are fractured, Thrawn and fractured enemies lose 15% turn meter. Gonna be in your arena, you need this Zeta. That is why right there. Leader, he doesn't lead me anywhere at this moment. That will not be a Zeta here. Grand Admiral's Command. This definitely needs to be maxed as well. Swap turn meter with target other ally. Dispel all debuffs on Thrawn and that ally and they recover 40% protection. The big deal about maxing this is you're at 7, your cooldown is 4. So getting it to 8, your cooldown goes to 3. And you gain 5% protection. It is a big deal getting that cooldown down to 3. Okay. Fracture. The other reason you want this maxed is that cooldown. Deal special damage to target enemy 4 times. Dispel all buffs on them. Remove 50% turn meter and inflict fracture until the start of Thrawn's next turn, or till Thrawn is defeated. This fracture can't be copied or dispelled. This attack can't be evaded or resisted. Fracture on characters. Speed set to 0. Can't gain buffs. Bonus attacks or bonus turn meter. Fracture on raid bosses. Minus 50% speed. Doesn't stack with speed down. But the biggest thing here is that cooldown. If you leave it at 7, you gotta wait 4 rounds. You make it at 8, you wait 3. That is the huge reason why you want this one maxed. Okay, and manipulate. Now I don't have this maxed, but you want it maxed. I only have 5 gold mats. This reason has not been maxed. But when I am hitting people with this basic, I'm giving them speed up. It's ridiculous. It's not a huge thing to worry about, but instead, if the target already had ability block, inflict stun. I'm not even getting any possibility to stun. I'm just giving speed up. You do want this maxed. Deal special damage to target enemy. Grant them speed up for 1 turn. Or if they already had ability block, inflict stun for 1 turn instead. When the speed up expires, inflict ability block for 1 turn. These effects can't be resisted. I don't have it maxed because I've got almost 60 Zetas and 5 gold mats. I can't even put a Zeta on anybody. So I'm waiting on this. But you do want to max this. It is something to have another person on your team with a possibility of stunning is a huge thing. So when I get more gold mats, when I find a necessity, I will max this. Okay, so anyways, as you can see, I've got all his gear pieces for Gear 12. Missing that final star, which I will get when he comes back around. My Phoenix team is ready. Then to the mods. I've got him fast. Being on my Sith team, I needed somebody. He couldn't sit around and be waiting to strike, and I'm trying to make him faster. But anyways, this is where I've got him now. 256 speed. And he's working great at that speed. 210 damage, which I'm not concerned about. 31% armor. 24.9 resist, which is pretty decent. When I get that last piece of gear 12 on, $20 armor. So that armor and resist is going to go up. And then when I get him to gear 12, of course my protection and all that will go up. So he will be a little nastier. This is where I got him. A 30 speed with a 9 defense in the secondary. A 9 speed and 8 defense in the secondary. And I've got protection as a primary here because of his low gear star level. So I was trying to get his protection as high as I could. And his speed is trumping the defense. So there is no defense in the secondary. But I was more concerned about speed. That's why I've got a 14 speed in the secondary. 11 speed with an 18 defense in the secondary. This is my best diamond mod for a speed mod. I do have a 13 speed, but doesn't have that high defense. This is a good mod, and I'm still trying to crank that up higher. And I've got a primary defense here. I may change this when I get him that other piece of gear and gear 12, but I needed his defense higher too, so that was a good reason for that primary defense. And of course a secondary 8 speed. And then once again I went with the primary protection, getting that protection up. 19 speed in the secondary. This is my fastest secondary speed mod here, tenacity, with that 7 defense. So that's how I have him set up. Some offense would be great. There's many ways you can set Thrawn up. I happen to have more tenacity and speed mods than anything, so this is the reason I am going this direction. It's working for me. I'm not saying this is the best way. It's just how I'm doing it, and it's working. The main factor was that speed, 256. 40,000 protection, it does help. He has 5% health still. Like I said, 31.7 armor, 24.96 resist. That will go up considerably once I get the last piece of gear and that star, and then upgrade his gear. So there's how I have my Thrawn set up. He is on every team I use in the arena. Like I said, I have videos on that. And my next video coming out is my Zal. How I have my Zal set up, his gear and all of that. And believe it or not, I have set my Zal up more on a tanky side than an offensive side. Because he's slow. There's really no way to make Zal fast. Getting him over 200 is just ridiculously hard. But anyways, I'll get into that on the Zal video. This is how I have my Thrawn set up. I want to thank you for watching. Have a good day.